Hi everybody, this is David Rodriguez with All Games New and Old, and today I'm going to be unboxing Lockup, a role-player tale. It is published by Thunderworks Games and is designed by Stanislav Kardonsky. It's for ages 14 up, 1 to 5 players, and plays in 90 minutes. Now this came out actually a few years ago, but I did not have a chance to pick it up. And then recently they had the expansion, Lockup Breakout, on Kickstarter, so I decided to go ahead and take the plunge for that. So I got this in recently. I'm going to open it up for you guys. And then it also had this little pack of cards taped to the sides. I've gotten taken that off here. But let's take a look because I don't even remember what the heck these are, to be honest with you. So let's find out. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can get this to focus a little better. Okay, hopefully. All right, so it's Mastermind. Be the first player to have 4 or more different types of goons. Okay, so these are like some gold cards of some sort. Oh, let's see. Make sure it says focus on there. Okay, so we got like these things that look like books. Book of Dungeon Poetry. That's got to be fun. A fitness manual. Friends in Low Places. And Swindlers and Con Artists. So that's kind of interesting stuff. We'll see how that plays into the game. All right, so I'm going to move the expansion out of the way for the moment. Let's flip the base game over and see what it has to say here. All right, so it says, when King Terran's loyal soldiers put down the Draggled invasion of Nalos, they threw the captured minions into Kolbak prison, where the enchanted gates and ruthless construct guards make escape all but impossible. Once every year, the king releases the toughest gang of prisoners into the Royal Colosseum. You play as a squadron of minions, gnolls, kobolds, bugbears, goblins, or insectoids, that were captured on the battlefield and locked up in Kolbak. But in 6 short weeks, King Terran will visit the prison, and he might give you the chance to fight for your freedom. Can you build a reputation and establish yourself as a leader of the prison's most powerful crew? Great question. I question the king's choice in having the people he lets go probably be the most hardened and dangerous criminals in his prison, but hey, you know what? I'm not a king, so maybe it makes sense to them. All right, let's go ahead and pop this sucker open. My trusty pizza cutter in here. Oh, there we go. Ooh, get a little tough there towards the end. All right, got that. Take the shrink wrap off. One thing I was thinking about the other day is, everyone's trying to be more environmentally conscious. I wonder if shrink wrap is going to kind of be a thing of the past. I know people hate like the stickers they use at like a lot of games in Target, for instance, or like a lot of the Ravensburger games there to keep them sealed. Because it can kind of mess up the box, but probably is less of an environmental problem, so it might end up going that way. I'm curious, or if they can come up with some kind of wrapping that isn't plastic. I don't know if that's possible, but that could be good. All right, so let me pull the cover up. I love the art here really a lot. I don't know what all these, it's Kobold, I'm guessing, and Gnoll, I don't know, Ogre or something, but very cool, very colorful. If you know the role player series, you've seen a lot of really great colorful art in that. All right, here's our big rule book. Let's see how big it actually is. All right, so it's 20 pages. The back page is just a reference, looks like. And it has rules for solo mode back here. I think there's a few different solo modes. There's a lot of solo mode stuff. Okay. All right, so just flipping through the book. A lot of good colorful pictures. It doesn't look like it's necessarily super intense, but the pictures don't tend to be super huge, except for, the occasional one like this guy. So I don't know, maybe we'll see, but I think it'll be just fine. Slam this out of the way. All right. So we have what I believe are your character boards. So there's a kobold one here. That one came off a little bit. We've got bugbears, and then tokens that I believe, if I'm not mistaken, are your workers in the game. As much as in some ways I wish there were meeples or something, I guess to really get that character into them, it's kind of hard to do that with just meeples, I would imagine. So they did what they had to do. Okay, so we have gnolls and goblins here, another faction. I really like the art on all the little tokens that are your worker tokens. Those are really cool. All right, we even have one for the guards. I'm curious if that's like part of like a variant or if that's just like a normal thing you can play as. It seems like they would have different things that they're going for. Insectoids, those guys are creepy. There's something creepy about bug people. Maybe just because bugs in general are creepy. Okay. Okay, we've got this. I'm not sure what this could be for, because these are just one solid piece for each color. So not exactly sure what that's about, but I'm sure it'll make sense eventually. All right, now we're getting to the board. So let me take this out. I'm gonna move the box to the side for a minute. Let me see if I can spread this out and actually get it in the picture or not. I may have to do some kind of shenanigans to make it work out. All right, looks like it is double-sided, which is nice. I think it's because of the number of players, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see if I can tell. Oh yeah, okay, so up here, this is for 3 to 5 players, this side. I imagine there's more spaces you can put workers or more things you can gain from each area. So this is the 1 or 2 player side over here. And several different spaces all kind of have their own unique color, which is cool. You have the exercise yard, the sewers, the infirmary, the smithy, the commissary, the chow hall, the cell block, and the library. If I remember right, because I was watching a video of this quite some time ago, I think if you place workers in certain areas and you don't get anything, because there's like a first person there, then a second person there, thing they can get. If you end up having somebody that can't get anything, like I think they filter to the library and get something down there. So if I'm remembering correctly. So there's spots for goons, which I think are people you can kind of hire on into your squad. So that's kind of cool. Here's your tome deck, which I'm guessing those books fit into. Item deck, and then just items, which I'm imagining you can purchase in some way or another. You got the victory track around the board here. So that's pretty common, of course. So it looks really pretty. It looks really nice. There's a suspicion area, because if I remember right, you're trying to, pull off whatever you're trying to pull off without the guards and whatnot being aware of what's going on. So pretty neat. I really like the look of this board. It's not super huge, which is nice. I don't mind a huge board, but you got to fit that somewhere. So that's a problem sometimes. All right, let's get this back. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Now I know what those boards are for. I don't know exactly how you use them in the game, but I'm assuming you put them in here so they're like behind these prison gratings, and then probably because this has a place, I'm guessing for cards that you could put up. That's a really neat component. Ooh boy, I like this a lot. See, when I backed it, I just knew that it was a worker placement game. Had a cool like fantasy creatures trying to break out of prison theme, and that's really all I knew about it. And it was part of the role player series of games, so I thought it'd probably be pretty good. But I didn't really look at all the components, and this is a really cool one. I think I'm gonna really like that a lot. So actually, I think let me get that board. And let's stick one of these in here so we can see what it's like, because I'm 99% certain that that's what that is. So bear with me here. I just want to check this out because I think that's a really neat thing. All right, so that just clips in there really nicely. And yeah, there you got it. You got your dudes in prison. So that's really fun. I dig that a lot. I might just leave that one in there because that's probably what I'll end up doing. All right. So that's a really neat component. I like cool little deluxe components like that. All right, so let's get into here. We got a lot of wood pieces in this bag. If my voice sounds weird at all, I apologize. I have had a pretty nasty cold over the last weekend. It's somewhat better today than it was at the beginning of the week, but still not real awesome. So it is what it is, right? What can you do? Okay. Let's get these markers out. I'm guessing these maybe are for the victory track. So just little wooden pieces, but they have pictures representing the different groups. Like that's clearly insectoid. I think that's the null, probably goblin. I'm not sure what else we got, but but I think that's what they are. So that's pretty neat. I like those. Also, I'm coughing quite a bit, so I'm trying to edit that out. But if I miss one, or if there's suddenly like a weird break in the sound, then hopefully it comes back. That's probably why. So again, I apologize for that. Just one of those things. I didn't want to not record when I actually have the time to. But man, sometimes those colds can really kick your butt. All right, so we just have a lot of wooden cubes. We got blue, gray, yellow, a lot of green. I'm not sure what they represent yet in the game. We have these two. Okay, so this is like a horn, which might be the first player token. I'm not sure. And then we got a crown, which also could be the first player token. One of these I'm betting is the first player token. I just don't know which one. So there's that. We had some cool clear red cubes. Those are plastic. Those are nice. Some kind of charcoaly, you know, kind of foggy looking ones, smoky looking ones. Also plastic. Comes with a little bag full of baggies to help organize. That's really neat. So might be using those. Let's look at some of these cards. Let's see what we got here. So as I mentioned, this game has been out for a bit. If any of you have played it, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on it. I've heard some good stuff online, so I'm excited about it. But, you know, if there's something you want to tell me about it, I'd love to hear it. That's always fantastic. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these guys. Here, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit if I can. Oops, I always go the wrong way first without fail. All right, now you can see these a little bit better, I think. All right, so we have a dwarf, a cultist. Ooh, cultists, those are cool. Another dwarf, a rat man, bandit. I think these are the thugs you can hire, or whatever they're called. What are they called? The goons you can hire. I think these are the goons you can hire. All right, another cultist. Some of these are going to be repeated, at least pictures. Hobgoblin, rat man, okay. A lot of kind of repeat. Oh, a flare. We know about those. Mind flayers from D&D. I don't know if there's anything else. I'm kind of going through fast. I'm not sure. That is a guard of some sort, but he's like a skeleton guard. So those are interesting. Not sure if those are the same things or not, because they don't have the title underneath them. They have some different stats stuff, so I'm not sure. But interesting looking, kind of creepy guard guys. Let's get into this one here. All right. I'm actually doing pretty good opening these today. Usually I have trouble like actually getting the start thing to really start up. And now I'm going to say that it's going to get caught up on this one spot, naturally. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we have Ambitious. Okay, so here's some books. The Art of Forgery. Oh, it's kind of mixed in. Fearless. Everyday Sabotage. Obsessed. Textbook Traps. Magic Fantastic. Callback Luke. Courageous. A Brief History of Crime. Finders Keepers Tales. Love this. Selfish. Cutthroat Crafting. Intro to Intrigue. All right. The Art of Forgery. Textbook Traps. Worgans and Wardens. I don't know what a Worgan is. That's a cool picture on this cunning card. I like that. Book of Stealth. Okay. So there's a lot of cool cards in here. I like these kind of interesting book titles. 7 Habits of Highly Effective Minions. That's brilliant. I like the little spoofy on some other stuff, which is great. Self-defense manual. Second chances. Okay, great. Now one more little deck here. And then we can start looking at the expansion, which if you already have this game, might be the more interesting part to you. We'll see. Ah, I was on the wrong side, of course. All right, let's open this guy up. I'm guessing these might be items. At least the one I could see at the top was items. Oh, these are static electricity themselves to my hands. It's very exciting. All right. Stars of Throwing, Exercise Yard, Skeleton Key, Off Duty, Protective Charm, Homing Grapple. Oh, here's like a reference card, very tiny reference. Channeling Rod, Smithy. I could be wrong. These seem like they're all kind of like a random assortment here. Like some of these are clearly items, some of them seem to be locations. You know, the reference card, another reference card just kind of randomly stuck in there. That's sort of weird. I wonder if I'm gonna have to sort these before I get going on them, but regardless, the art looks great. I think that always helps enhance a game when it's got really good art. Oh, a ratomaton. I like that. Okay. Okay, that's probably good. All right, so we got all those. Let's move on and get to the expansion here. All right, I'm gonna zoom back out a little bit. Okay, there we go. So this is Lockup Breakout. It says, everyone in Colbeck has heard rumor of secret passages that run beneath the prison. Ages ago, the catacombs carved into these mountains were used to house fallen heroes. Queen Ginax built a prison over the sacred site during the Great War, enclosing those ghosts and their treasure behind its walls. So, let's see. Let's open this guy up. So a much smaller box, as you might expect from an expansion, although that isn't always the case. And I'm wondering how much complexity this adds to the game, because I'm tempted to just kind of toss it in there right away. But I don't know, we'll see. I probably will try it both ways, just to be on the safe side, and that way, if we get to do a review of this, I will be able to speak about both methods of playing. Let's get this open. Okay, here's a little catalog. Here's the rulebook for the expansion. It is 12 pages. Some of those are just iconography. There's more solo mode stuff, so nothing too crazy. I think some things explain better what certain cards do, so doesn't look too crazy. All right, we've got some boards here with various tokens, as well as some, I guess, workers that you can have for your particular group. Okay, so here's our little board. This should be much smaller than the previous one. Let's get into this. Open. Okay, so this one is not dual-sided as far as playing on it. This, on the back has like a couple guards. And then here is the actual board that you use for the expansion. So I'm guessing you're going to have something going along these tracks. It seems like depending on how far you get more victory points just looking at the scores here. I don't know what it takes to get through there. There's an actual escaped area. There's a tomb. So interesting. We'll have to see how that works. It's going to add something a little different to the game, I think. Okay, so... Oh, wow. Okay. These are kind of nice. Let me get this out. These are some big wooden tokens. Real big. And... Ooh, I almost lost one. So they have various things. Some say like ×2. Some are like a boarded up hole of some sort. I'm guessing most of them are boarded up holes. Some of them are just blank. Okay, so that's basically what those are. Kind of nice. Nice, really chunky pieces. It's possible maybe I'm one of the people that doesn't know this. I don't know, but I heard about it on a podcast. If you ever had an issue where your cardboard is warping in some of your games, these silicone gel packets actually are supposed to help prevent that. And I usually take them out of the box immediately and toss them. And apparently that's not the smart thing to do because I'm letting my boards warp more. Okay, ooh, these are neat. I'll get one of these out. These are like little wooden lanterns. I'm guessing. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, oops. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. Neat pieces. Come in a variety of colors. I imagine they all match the player colors. Get this out. All right, so just a little bag, couple bags to help organize. And we've got some more cool cards here. So let's take a look at some of the art on these. I'm sort of waiting for the inevitable like role player RPG. I mean, they have role player adventures, which is a great adventure game, but kind of different. Ooh, I've got a light over here that went out. I didn't realize that. Huh, okay. So we got Dryad, Bedeviled. Yeah, again, these are kind of a mix of different types of cards, I believe. So, Relentless. That one's cool. So, I'll try to make sure this gets tilted so you guys can actually see. Hopefully, the light is not too bad for you. Forsaken, Wise. I won't go through everything. Mining for Dimwits. That's nice. Secrets of Colbeck Exposed. Ore and Peace. Ha ha ha. I don't know if I can even read that. Making friends and influencing minions. Eat, praise, dig. Brilliant. Okay. So let me get this one going now. These are bigger cards. At least the back is like a scoring reference, as you can possibly see there. All right. Oops. Okay. God, man, stuff's sticking to me. Okay, so the backing is all kind of like a cool, like, person holding a sword. These are all reference here, which is great. All right, so we've got Malfunction Guard, Ghost of Cathandodor, Gimlix, Gunder, Jeremy Duntum, Jonas, Kerr the Red, Messick, Hannah Mercy, Mola, Nuck, Rek, Rose, Scrack, Tarek Nolan, Tobak, Tog, and Urex. So, not sure exactly how these work out, but interesting kind of characters for the game. And that's it. That's all that's in that expansion. So, a lot of cool stuff. I'm excited to really try to figure out how to play this because there's obviously a lot to learn with an expansion being there as well. Okay, put that cover back on there. But that's basically it. That is Lockup, Roleplayer Tale, and its expansion, Breakout. So I hope that looks kind of cool to you as it does to me. I'm curious again as to your thoughts, whether you think it looks interesting or whether you've played at least the original Lockup before. I'd love to hear all about it. In the meantime, though, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, hit like and subscribe and click the little bell icon so you can know about the next time we put out a video. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you all around the table again at All Games New and Old. Bye. All right, if you liked that video, you have impeccable taste, and you might like this video.
Or this one.
Either way, if you want to see more, please hit this button to subscribe.
We'll see you around the table.
Bye.
Bye.